Jeez. Let's set this back up. Okay, Io Shirai. Against Asuka. Setting up my desktop here. Okay. All right, let's try this again. Io Shirai versus Asuka. We're going to skip these entrances. And restart the match. Asuka trying to show her dominance early. Test of strength. Io Shirai getting the better. Beautiful arm drag by Io Shirai. Perfectly executed. Axe kick to the back of the head by Asuka. Asuka starting off strong. Another one. And she's going to try and put away the upstart contender early. Io Shirai with a nice go behind takedown on Asuka. But Asuka right back to her feet and continuing to work those vicious strikes to the back of Io Shirai's head. Body slam by Io Shirai. These two lock up. Asuka goes into the ropes. Lifting Io Shirai high up in the air. Beautiful vertical suplex by Asuka. Io Shirai tries to throw a dropkick and misses. Connects with the arm drag though. Straight jacket hold by Io Shirai. Asuka dumping Io Shirai to the outside now. Io Shirai quickly back into the ring. Again, using her technical acumen to try and beat the undefeated Empress of Tomorrow. Wearing down the champ with forearms, arm drag, straight jacket holds. Using just basic wrestling maneuvers to try and accomplish the seemingly impossible. Beautiful flying armbar by Asuka. Io Shirai in a lot of trouble here, but she manages to break free. And these two start just exchanging strikes. Back and forth kicks by Asuka. Elbows by Io Shirai. And Io Shirai gets the advantage. Tries for a cover, but she's tied up in the ropes. Jumping Hurricane Rana by Io Shirai. Dragging Asuka away from the corner. Hooking another straight jacket hold. That seems to be her submission move of choice at this point. Go behind waistlock. Modified bulldog by Io Shirai. Picking up Asuka. Asuka using a beautiful rush of strikes to put Io Shirai down. Another vertical suplex by the Empress of Tomorrow. Io Shirai feeding her the leg, catching with an enziguri. Down. Referee says they're in the ropes. As Asuka throws another devastating series of kicks and strikes. Io Shirai getting up to her feet. Asuka nailing with a big time double axe handle off the top rope, following up La Magistral. Io Shirai gets to the ropes, however. And Asuka continues to use her superior striking to try and put Io Shirai away. Io Shirai needs to utilize her quickness and her timing, and that's exactly what she's doing right now. Sending Asuka back and forth off the ropes and finishing it off with an arm drag. Still seems worn down from the previous damage she's taken, but nails her with a big-time drop kick. Goes for the cover. 1, 2. No, not even 2. A lot of energy left in the tank for Asuka. As she rolls up Io Shirai. Both wrestlers on their feet now. Another flying armbar right in the center of the ring. Io Shirai nowhere to go here. Manages to break free. Ropes of no help to her there. Misses a drop kick. These two lock up. Irish whip into the ropes. Beautiful rebound catch. Hurricane Rana follows it with a standing moonsault. Ref down 1. And Io Shirai starting to utilize that quickness we were talking about earlier. Trying to get the advantage over Asuka. But Asuka comes back like the friggin' Terminator. Picking Io Shirai up on her feet. Rolling her up. Tight. Tight as a ball. Oh, that could have been it. But only a 2 count there for Asuka. Io Shirai kicking out. nails Io Shirai with that spinning back kick. Unable to capitalize with the pin. Io Shirai too close to the ropes and back on her feet. Asuka dodges the drop kick, panders to the crowd. Io Shirai catching her with a quick roll-up. 1. Asuka kicks out at 1. Referee calling for a rope break off that pin attempt. Asuka nailing Io Shirai with another rush of kicks. And that's been the story. Asuka just utilizing that incredible striking game. Io Shirai with another running Hurricane Rana goes up to the top rope. Perfectly executed moonsault onto Asuka. But Asuka recovers quickly and nails Io Shirai with another axe kick right to the back of the head. Asuka mugging to the crowd. Asuka lock here on Io Shirai. Will Io Shirai give up? Will she make it to the ropes? No, Asuka unable to hold on. Io Shirai breaks free, tries for a double underhook suplex, but Asuka reverses and goes up to the top rope. Jumping elbow drop by the NXT Women's Champion. Io Shirai back to her feet before Asuka can go for a pinfall. High angle German suplex by Io Shirai, one of the best in the game. 1, 2, oh god! Asuka just barely kicking out. Io Shirai going for a tombstone pile driver though. Asuka may not kick out of this, but Io Shirai's not done. Thrust to the throat by Io Shirai. Asuka finally shaking off the cobwebs and managing to recover as these two start going back and forth with devastating strikes. Asuka nails her with a roundhouse kick, taunting Io Shirai as she locks in another straitjacket hold. You have to wonder how much more punishment these two can take. Seated dropkick by Io Shirai. Asuka dazed, another dropkick by the former World of Stardom champion. Snapmare by Asuka. Again, taunting Io Shirai. Goes for the pin after that taunt. 1, 2. Io Shirai kicks out at 2. Asuka might be poking the bear a little bit here with Io Shirai and all this taunting she's doing. Double underhook setup. Lifts her up. Chicken wing facebuster by Io Shirai. Picks Asuka up. Tries to do some more work in here. Another tombstone. Tombstone number 2 on Asuka. Io Shirai up to the top rope. Gorgeous moonsault. Asuka with her foot on the ropes. A series of vicious palm strikes right to the side of Asuka's face. And Asuka is out on her feet, and Io Shirai throws another sequence of palm strikes. Elbow to Asuka's face, and now the champ is in a lot of trouble here. Enziguri by Io Shirai. Both women down, getting up at almost the exact same time. Asuka with a rush of strikes of her own. Both of these two breathing heavily now. And Asuka setting up with a sequence of strikes twice in a row, just as Io Shirai did to her previously, but Io Shirai trying to reverse and get the upper hand here. Bulldog by Io Shirai. And Asuka laying in 3 devastating kicks right to the solar plexus of Io Shirai. And I think Asuka's looking to put her away here, but Io Shirai lifts her up for another chicken wing facebuster. She connects. Asuka with a back elbow. And Io Shirai is down. 16 minutes passed in this match. You gotta wonder whose heart is gonna give out first. Whose will is going to collapse under the pressure. Asuka tries for a pinfall too close to the ropes. Io Shirai. Tiger suplex by Io Shirai. This could be at 1, 2, 3. Asuka is beaten by the newcomer Io Shirai, ending the years-long winning streak of Asuka. What an incredible match. Io Shirai just getting the edge. Asuka kicking out just after the 3 count. Maybe she thought she had a little more time there, but she did not. And Io Shirai has beaten the NXT Women's Champion. She has ended the longest undefeated streak in professional wrestling today with a tiger suplex. Absolutely incredible. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're enjoying. If you want to see any particular matchups, if you have any specific requests, please feel free to put them into the chat now. Otherwise, I'll take a 1-minute break or so, and then we'll be on to the next match. Nope, we don't need to see a rematch. That was a mistake. Mistake! Alright. Who we have next? Let's do a Lucha Underground match, I think. Next, Joey. I love the chest hair on Joey Ryan. It's just like it's like brown paint, basically. King Cuerno. I miss King Cuerno. What do we want to do here? Let's give some love for Jack Evans. Hey, Matt. Thanks for joining the stream here. Let's see. We're gonna do Jack Evans versus Aerostar. I got to make some sort of ring for a... Yes, I am, Matt. What do you want to see? We'll put this Jack Evans Aerostar confrontation on hold. In favor of chat request. I did a good job on Aerostar, huh? All right. We'll do this match first, and then we'll take your request. I guess we'll do it at the Big Garden Arena. Got Rick Knox here. I gotta make a Lucha Underground ring here. All right, let's get things underway. We're gonna skip the intros. Get right to the action. Aerostar and Jack Evans, two of the most prolific high flyers in Lucha Underground today. And these two have a history with each other. Aerostar once beating Jack Evans with a top rope Canadian destroyer. I'm sure Jack Evans is going to be looking for revenge on that, but Aerostar off to a quick start. You are correct. Aerostar was Jack Evans' first match, and that was the ending of it. I couldn't remember if it was a debut match for one of those two guys, but now you are correct, sir. And I'm interested to see how Fire Pro handles two high-flying guys and how the creators made their logic here. And we'll see that as the match progresses. Aerostar using some fancy maneuvers for a pin on Jack Evans. Jack Evans getting up quick. Throwing a headbutt to Aerostar. Straight jacket hold by Jack Evans. Nice roundhouse kick. Aerostar locking in a headlock. I do not watch New Legacy Inc. No. I haven't really been looking too much on the what everybody else is doing. I don't know if it's another Fire Pro streamer, or is that just something I'm totally missing the reference on? Spinning heel kick by Aerostar. Punches the top of Jack Evans' head again. Sidewalk slam by the Dragon Slayer. Straight jacket hold in the ropes. Rick Knox breaking it up as these two start to exchange European uppercuts and chops back and forth. Aerostar getting the advantage, going up to the top rope. Shooting star press by Aerostar. Beautifully executed. His face is all transparent. That's another one of those sprites that's got to be fixed in updates. Knee drop by Aerostar. What the crap was that? I don't even know what the hell that was. That was like a shooting star Firebird. What the hell? Okay, standing moonsault by Jack Evans. These two lock up. Octopus stretch by Aerostar. Jack Evans managing to break free of the hold. Aerostar bringing Jack Evans right to the center of the ring. Trying to position him the way he wants. Setting up Code Red here by Aerostar. Ref down 1, 2, 3. That's it. That's it already. Aerostar getting the win. Yeah. And that flippy shit definitely worked to his advantage because I think it just wore down Jack so early. Getting the surprise flash victory there. Very quick match between these two. And it was really all Aerostar for most of the contest. Jack Evans just never got rolling. All right, Matt, let's hear the request. What are we going to have for our next match? Who's it going to be? If anybody else has any other requests, feel free to enter them into the chat. We'll get to those. Nick Jackson versus Matt Jackson, a battle of the Bucks. I like it. Let's do it. And this is the point where I have to keep track of which Jackson is which. Okay. Nick, blonde hair. Matt, brown hair. Brown or black? All right. A showdown between the Bucks. Who is the better Buck? The Buck stops here. Other associated Buck-related puns. I'm just gonna turn off entrances here. Actually, there's no entrances at Urakuin Hall. Red Juzuno officiating the match. The Bullet Club implodes. We had Kenny Omega taking on Cody Rhodes last night. Today we have Nick Jackson and Matt Jackson going on. Matt Jackson with the advantage early on. Nick answering back. Match. No. Just no honor among thieves here. As Nick Jackson just nails Matt with a low blow. Early on. They're just getting plenty dirty right off the bat. Super kick. First super kick, 1 minute, 15 seconds into the match. And answered back with a super kick of his own. As these two trade. Super kicks. The psychology is incredible in this match. Nick Jackson, beautiful Hurricane Run on to Matt. Matt Jackson getting out of the way. Nailing another super kick. Yeah, this is carry over from their time in TNA. Matt Jackson just laying in those super kicks and a shot right to the nuts. Just ruthless. Matt is absolutely opening up on Nick. Super kick number, 4? 4 in 3 minutes. Whoever programmed the logic just got it right on the button. It's all he has is a super kick. 1, 2. Count of 2. Matt Jackson really laying into Nick. Nick trying to get some momentum. Putting Matt down with a drop kick, but Matt, still the fresher of the two, made it to his feet first. La Magistral by Matt Jackson. Nick kicks out at 2. Drop kicks in stereo, neither man connecting. Kicks to the face of Matt Jackson by Nick as he picks him up. And now Nick trying to get some sort of momentum here. Swinging net breaker, standing moonsault. Count's going to get broken up. Five minutes passed. Probably like 10 super kicks thrown at this point. Nick up to the top rope. Matt down, backs away. Nick putting Matt down, hitting with a drop kick. Super kicks and moonsaults all day. There's another one. I should have like a little super kick counter in the upper right-hand corner of this. Nick Jackson setting up tombstone pile driver by Nick Jackson 6 minutes into the match. Super kick by Matt Jackson. Cocky pin on his brother. Nick's having none of it. Another super kick. And another low blow. Jesus, by Matt Jackson. Oh my God. Nick Jackson throwing up the too sweet senton onto the back of Matt. Going for tombstone pile driver number 2. Nails it. But Nick just no-sells the tombstone. Throws a crotch chop. Nick Jackson back into the ring. And another super kick. And another low blow by Matt. Runs himself into the corner. Jackknife pin. That could be it. No, Nick Jackson kicks out at 2. Nick up. Run up. Summer, or almost a twisting senton there by Nick Jackson. Matt Jackson super kick again. This is a possible kick out. Is he calling for sweet chin music? Jesus Christ. And another low blow. Why does he keep kicking him in the balls? Oh my God. Nick running Matt Jackson eyes along the top rope. Moonsault by Nick Jackson. 1, 2. Oh, Matt just barely kicking out. Another super kick by Matt Jackson. Another standing moonsault by Matt Jackson. 1, 2, 3, and that's it. That's the end of this scientific battle. This game of human chess between Nick Jackson and Matt Jackson. Matt Jackson getting the win. That was completely terrible, I guess. No, he doesn't. And he did a good job of it. About a dozen super kicks. About 10 nut shots. Most of them by Matt Jackson. And Dave Meltzer gives it 5 stars. What a match. Good. Very good call. Broken Matt. For that match. Very entertaining. If anyone has any other requests for matches, please feel free to leave them into the chat. Let me check the list of people here. Anyone wants to hop in and say hello or put in a request for their matchup of choice, please feel free to do so. Or if you have any other questions or comments, always fun talking with people here in the stream. Justice 0320 and MySpace Forever. Thank you for being here. MySpace Forever. I do not have a specific Ring of Honor category, although I have a number of Ring of Honor wrestlers, but most of the Ring of Honor guys just kind of wound up in New Japan. So, if there is anyone from there, I can see if I have them. If not, I can probably grab them fairly quickly, although I'll have to restart the game. Let's see. I have kind of everybody under an independent category here. It's just a lot of UK guys, just a lot of general players on the indie scene. And as of right now, like you can see, Jay Briscoe's here. I don't know if I have Mark Briscoe or not, though. I gotta go get Mark Briscoe. Again, I try and, even though I have like 350 guys downloaded, I try and be kind of picky with the people I pick and at least make sure that it says that they have logic and moveset and everything. Okada and Omega, best out of 3. Alright, let's do it. Kenny Omega getting a lot of play in the stream these past couple days. Wrestled 2 matches last night, and now he's going to wrestle a 2 out of 3 falls match today against arguably one of the very best wrestlers in the world, Kazuchika Okada. Let's change the settings for 2 out of 3 falls. Matches 3. Everything else stays as is. Let's do it. Omega. Okada. And off we go. Two of the men with some of the absolute best matches in pro wrestling in recent years. And they're starting off hot. Omega being dumped to the outside by Kazuchika Okada. Forearm by Okada in this first match. These guys do have to worry about conserving their energy. We both know how long they can go, and this may go that full 60 minutes that they had before. I definitely think these two will face off at Wrestle Kingdom 12 for sure. There's just no way that that's not going there unless something weird happens like an injury. But right now, these two are going to square off again. Beautiful jumping armbar catch by Kazuchika Okada. Kenny Omega gets to the ropes, breaks it up. Omega getting taken down once again. Okada going right back to that flying armbar. Scoop slam by Okada. Boot to the gut. Kenny answers back with a boot to the gut of his own. As these two start to exchange strikes. STF by Kazuchika Okada. Kenny Omega frantically grabbing at the ropes. Omega putting Okada down. Drop toe hold by Kenny Omega. Single leg crab by the cleaner. Now Kenny Omega starting to get a little bit of momentum here. Gets the advantage. And these two start exchanging strikes. Elbows by Okada. Chops by Omega. Who will come out on top? Kazuchika Okada. Gets the better of the striking exchange and then nails that picture perfect elbow drop that he is so known for. Dragon screw leg whip by Okada. Kenny Omega is down. Straight jacket hold by the New Japan IWGP Heavyweight Champion. Okada starting to work the legs of Kenny Omega, trying to take away some of that dynamic speed from the cleaner. Smart strategy by the champ. European uppercut. Kenny Omega with a snapmare on Okada. Picks him right back up. And Kazuchika Okada catching Omega in that flying armbar once again. Chop to the chest. Knife edge chop by Kenny Omega. Another open hand chop. Just trying to put a handprint on the chest of Okada. Osoda Giri on Kenny Omega by Kazuchika Okada. Following it right up into an STF. Omega getting into the ropes. Okada throwing Omega to the outside. Omega trying to recover. Rolls back into the ring. La Magistral. Okada kicks out immediately. Enziguri by Kenny Omega. As he pulls Okada to his feet. Setting him up for a tombstone here. Tombstone by Kazuchika Okada. That could be the first fall right here. 1, 2. Oh! Kenny Omega just barely kicks out. Swinging neck breaker by Kazuchika Okada. As he picks Kenny Omega up once again. Reverse suplex by Okada. Kenny Omega in a ton of trouble here early on in this first fall. Series of elbows back and forth by Okada. Running elbow drop. Absolutely pasting Kenny Omega. Gorgeous, too awesome drop kick by Okada. Elbow drop by the champ, and he is rolling along. Another tombstone pile driver. I'm calling it. That's the end of the first fall. Right there. 1, 2, 3. That's it. No man can kick out from 2 tombstone pile drivers in such quick succession. That's the end of match number 1. First fall goes to Kazuchika Okada. Let's go on to match number 2. How is Kenny Omega gonna be able to recover from that devastating beatdown he took early on? 8 minutes into the first fall comes and the clock is restarted. Shoulder block by Kazuchika Okada. Forearm by Okada. If Okada can put him away in 2 straight here, air raid crash. Okada can put Kenny Omega away in 2 straight in short succession. It will finally get the specter of Kenny Omega off him and will get the monkey off his back. Series of devastating kicks by Kazuchika Okada. Goes to the top rope. Kenny Omega backing away though. The champ throwing even more strikes to Kenny. Elbow drop by Okada. Kenny Omega just trying to do something, anything to get some momentum back in his favor. Scoop slam by Kenny Omega. Snapmare. As Okada continues to wear down Omega with those kicks. Running elbow drop, straight jacket hold. He is all over Kenny Omega like white on rice. Knife edge chop to the chest of Okada by Omega. Open hand chop. Okada dumping Kenny Omega to the outside. Beautiful! Slingshot plancha by Okada. And these two are going at it on the outside. If Kenny Omega gets counted out again, that is a fall. And this could be a double count out here. Oh my God! Kenny Omega gets in 1920! Count out victory for Kenny Omega! Getting back in at the last second off of that exchange of strikes. And we are at 1 fall apiece. Oh man. Kenny Omega just stealing that second fall from Kazuchika Okada. And it is 1 fall apiece. Kenny definitely has the more damage on him than Okada, but Kenny just outsmarting Okada there. Okada getting overzealous, dumping Kenny to the outside, trying to hit him with a slingshot plancha, connects with that. But Kenny Omega getting the better of Okada and rolling into the ring at the last possible second. 1 fall apiece. 53% rating, but for a match that short, I don't think anybody would have expected any different. Here we go. Fall number 3. Kenny Omega, Kazuchika Okada. This one's the decider. This one's for all the marbles. Are you ready? I'm ready. Let's go. Fall number 3. And these two men lock up. Okada has to be furious that he was tricked into that countout loss by Kenny Omega. Snapmare by the cleaner. Forearm by Okada. Okada trying for something there. Kenny Omega getting out of the way. Body slam on Okada to the outside. Could be going for another count out here. But Okada getting right back in at 1. Double knee drop to the back of Okada's head by the cleaner. 3rd fall here. So far, the first 2 have been very quick. This is just the polar opposite of their previous 2 matches. The falls are flying fast and furious here. Kenny Omega rubbing salt into the wound as Okada answers back with a body slam and an elbow drop. Okada putting Omega down. Straight jacket hold by Okada. DDT on the cleaner by the champ. And you have to imagine these two still have a lot left in the tank. Okada winning that first fall with 2 consecutive tombstone pile drivers. Kenny Omega winning the second fall by countout. We know how long these two can go. Front face lock over to side control. Series of knees to the side of Kenny Omega by Okada. Gorgeous running dropkick. That was the Achilles heel of Kenny Omega in the last match. Let's see if it plays out in a similar fashion here. Okada hitting the ropes. Running elbow drop by Kazuchika Okada. Kenny Omega with a reverse waistlock. Irish whip into the ropes. Okada holds on. Okada pulling his arm free of Omega there. Irish whip into the corner by Omega. And these two start to exchange strikes again. This time in the center of the ring. No danger of a count out here, but Omega is still getting the better of the striking exchange. Swinging neck breaker by Kazuchika Okada. He goes up to the top rope. Kenny Omega backs away. Okada thinks better. Beautiful jumping Hurricane Rana by Kenny Omega. Okada tries to answer with the drop kick. Omega gets out of the way. Kenny Omega setting up for one-winged angel here. Drops him down. This could be it. 1, 2. Oh! Kazuchika Okada kicking out at the last possible moment of the one-winged angel. Just barely. Kenny Omega sets up for a Finlay roll here. Okada's near the turnbuckle, but Kenny decides not to go up top. Just stays on him. Okada picks him up. Osotagiri by Kazuchika Okada, dropping that head right across the knee, nailing him with a drop kick. The best in the game. Okada throws. Might be going for another one here. No. Instead, just throwing the forearm. He could be calling for the Rainmaker here. Picks up Kenny, goes behind. No, Kenny Omega gets out. Reversing, knowing what was coming. Knee to the face by Kenny Omega. Okada picking him up. Air raid crash by Kazuchika Okada. Throwing a couple quick strikes to Kenny Omega. Following it up with some kicks to the chest. Okada continuing to work on the neck of Kenny. Osotagiri number 3. Finlay roll by Kenny Omega. Unable to get up and answer back. Back elbow, forward elbow. Combination by Okada. Diving cross body by Okada. Kenny Omega in the ropes though. Omega picking up Okada. Driving him down. I can't remember the name of that move, unfortunately. Back elbow by Okada. Calling for the Rainmaker this time. Nailing him with an elbow drop. Deciding not to do it. Maybe getting in the head of Kenny Omega a little bit here. Omega whips Okada in the ropes. Okada hooks him. Kenny Omega trying maybe for the one-winged angel again. Okada counters. Nails the standing dropkick onto Kenny Omega. Omega hits a spinning back kick, and that drops Kazuchika Okada. Nails him right in the stomach. Okada setting up air raid crash number 3. Samoan driver. That was the name of that move. Jesus. All right, catches me now. Okada maybe trying for that armbar again. Kenny Omega getting out of the way. Scoop slam by the cleaner. Spinning back kick. Tries for the V-trigger, but Okada collapses before Kenny can connect. And he's setting him up. One-winged angel time. This could be it. No! Kazuchika Okada in the ropes. The same thing we saw in their second showdown. There's no way Okada was kicking out of 2 of those. So fortunate he was in the ropes there. Kenny Omega hits him with a scoop slam. Standing moonsault. And Kazuchika Okada in the ropes once again. There was no way Okada was kicking out of that second one-wing angel. And I thought he was going for a third time there, but Kenny just nails him low. Might have tried there, but Okada gets out of the way. Escapes. Jumping armbar by Okada. Okada still not able to connect with a Rainmaker yet. And Kenny picks him up. Could be another one-winged angel, but Okada's in the ropes again. Kenny's got to get him to the center of the ring if he wants to put him away. Okada fighting back with everything he has. You have to figure the advantage is on Kenny now, but Okada could still win this match very easily. Especially with this, a tombstone pile driver nails him. That could be it. 1, 2, 3. Kenny Omega barely kicking out at the last. Too late, just barely too late. And Kazuchika Okada gets the win. Back and forth. Maybe not as long and as epic as their prior exchanges, but what a story that was told there. Kazuchika Okada winning the first fall with 2 tombstone pile drivers early on in the match. Kenny Omega sneakily winning the second fall via a countout, but Kazuchika Okada going back to that tombstone pile driver to get the third fall. Kenny Omega connecting with 3 one-winged angels. Kazuchika Okada kicked out of the first one at the last possible second. The last possible moment. And Kazuchika Okada managed to get into the ropes for the final two. So Kazuchika Okada wins the feud. Kenny Omega still not able to definitively beat the best wrestler in the world today. What a match. What a story these two have told again today. 89% quality. Not the masterpieces they had before, but still one hell of a match. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to grab a quick drink, rest for a minute. Any other requests, feel free to punch them into the chat. It's been a lot of fun so far. Let's see if we can keep it rolling, and I will return shortly. Alright, I'm back. Let's keep this gravy train rolling. Alright, so request for Team TNA versus Team WWE. Alright, now I don't have a specific TNA. I haven't gotten a lot of the current TNA, or rather, Global Force Wrestling guys. But what I'm going to do, and I like that idea, is we'll do a 4-on-4 match of the best from TNA against representatives from WWE. Let's do it in a cage, just to make it even more fun. Give up only. No, we're going to do pinfall as well. Pinfall only. I hope... Is there any way to make it so you can't escape the cage? Because I hate the escaping the cage thing. If not, no big deal. We're going to do this war game style. I'm going to put some weapons in there. Critical none. What the hell? Well, no, we'll do 3 count, I guess. There we go. We'll see how this goes. I haven't done any cage death matches yet. This could be terrible. All right, so for representing Team TNA, we're going to do AJ Styles. We're going to do Smojo. We're going to do where is he? Kurt Angle, the Olympic legend. And we're going to do the Icon, Sting. That's going to be Team TNA. And representing Team WWE, Let's see what we want to do. Want to do current guys? Do I want to do past, like a best of? We'll do John Cena. John Cena is WWE through and through. No question on that one. And next up, so we'll do John Cena. Seth Rollins is a candidate. Triple H. There we go. We'll do old man Triple H. Entrant number 3. It's going to be James Ellsworth. No. Let's see who else we got. Brock Lesnar. And the last entrant for Team WWE. Let's see who else just like screams WWE here. Akira Tozawa. Randy Orton. This is the most goddamn WWE team I could possibly think of. And here we have it. AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, Kurt Angle, and Sting taking on John Cena, Triple H, Brock Lesnar, and Randy Orton inside a steel cage. I hope this doesn't suck, but I haven't done one of these yet, so I guess we'll find out. I don't even know how the hell I'm going to call this match, by the way. It's just going to be friggin' anarchy. I'm just going to probably focus more on the overall momentum here and try and call little things as they happen. Maybe I should have done a tag match or something. Samoa Joe. So they're all just grouping up near each other and trying to execute double and triple team moves. Brock Lesnar with a snapmare on AJ Styles. Brock and AJ starting to pair off early on here. Double dropkick by AJ Styles and Samoa Joe. On to Triple H, 2 in a row. Somebody's bleeding already. I don't even think anyone picked up any weapons. How's somebody bleeding already? Randy Orton slamming down Kurt Angle, hits him with a knee drop. Samoa Joe suplex onto Triple H. John Cena double axe into the back of Samoa Joe. John Cena and Sting now going at it. Kurt Angle and Brock Lesnar, Samoa Joe and Triple H, and AJ Styles and Randy Orton as they all separate. Triple H goes into the corner. Samoa Joe now going to work on Randy Orton. AJ Styles maybe providing the assist here. No, AJ going to go after Brock. Cena and Sting going at it right now. Boston Crab on Sting by John Cena. Triple H with the suplex to Sting. Kurt Angle with the ankle lock on Triple H. Double powerbomb set up here. No. Powerbomb neckbreaker by Cena and Randy Orton. Jumping pile driver by Samoa Joe. Sidewalk backbreaker by Triple H on a Kurt Angle. Triple H picking up the baseball bat. Chaos all across the ring here. Jumping Hurricane Rana by AJ Styles. John Cena and Samoa Joe going at it now. Who the hell is bleeding? I don't even know who's bleeding at this point. But there's blood in different spots of the ring. AJ Styles and Randy Orton exchanging blows towards the corner. Samoa Joe and Brock Lesnar battling it out. Triple H has his trademark sledgehammer. He's trying to swing at Sting and Kurt Angle here. Sting is bleeding. Thank you, Flo. It's tough to tell with the paint. John Cena now handling both Kurt Angle and Sting at the same time. Triple H just kind of dancing around, admiring John Cena's handiwork. Hurricane Rana on Brock Lesnar by AJ Styles. Samoa Joe and Randy Orton locking up there. Brock Lesnar and AJ locking up. Triple H still just kind of swinging around his little sledgehammer. Double powerbomb set up here by Randy Orton and Brock Lesnar. Samoa Joe trying to break it up. Double back suplex by Sting and Angle onto John Cena. And this is complete and total chaos. Belly-to-belly suplex by Kurt Angle onto Triple H. Sting going for the roll-up here. 1, 2. John Cena kicking out of his own volition. No one there to help him. AJ Styles beating up John Cena some more. Brock Lesnar tries to get the cover. Angle kicks out quickly. Brock could be set up for an F5 here. F5 onto AJ Styles by Brock Lesnar. Angle trying for the Angle Slam. Angle's bleeding now. Kurt Angle busted open. John Cena attitude adjustment on AJ Styles. Brock Lesnar. AJ's in a lot of trouble. He is all on his own. Someone from his team needs to get over to help him. What the hell? Brock Lesnar and John Cena going up for dual diving elbow drops. Pele kick on Brock Lesnar by AJ Styles. John Cena picking him up for another attitude adjustment here, dropping him down. And that could be it. No one there to help him. 1, 2, 3. That's all she wrote. Team TNA so distracted by the other opponents that John Cena and Brock Lesnar were able to form an unholy alliance and isolate and take out AJ Styles. That went okay, I guess. Unfortunately, I don't think you can do that as like an elimination or anything like that. Can you? Maybe we can. Can you do? You can't. Nope, can't do elimination in the cage match. You can do it Survivor Series style, but otherwise, no. All right. If anybody has any other requests for matches, or if you want to see that as a rematch, I'd be happy to accommodate you for that. Meantime, we'll take a short break while I regain my bearings here. Maybe we'll do something hardcore next. Yeah, we'll do a barbed wire death match next. That sounds good. Abyss versus Kane hardcore. Okay. I'm not sure if I grabbed Abyss yet or not, but if I can grab him real quick. I probably have some sort of... Yep, there's Abyss. Okay, now I just gotta make sure I have Kane. Which I imagine I would have gotten him at some point, but... Yep, okay. Let's do it. Abyss versus Kane. Now, do you want this to be... We'll have them... Do you want them to do the barbed wire death match, or do you want it to just be like a no DQ match? Or would you rather do the landmine death match? We can do that. The possibilities are 3. Not endless, they're 3. Barbed wire death match it is. The Monster Abyss versus the Big Red Machine, Kane. We'll give Kane as much coverage as possible here. Against Abyss. Make sure the settings are all good. Explosion countdown. When do we want to get this? It's either 10 or 5. We'll do it at 10. Yeah, I don't want to do it at 5. 5 is too soon in. We'll do it at 10. Because a lot of times these matches will end prior to that anyways, especially barbed wire matches. We'll put some weapons in there. We'll do 4 weapons. And let's do it. Kane, the Big Red Machine, against the Monster Abyss. Showdown between two masked titans that has never taken place. Abyss getting the better of the knuckle lock to start off with. Tries to send Kane to the barbed wire early on, but Kane manages to avoid it. Abyss once again trying for that Irish whip, but Kane stays out of danger. And now Kane starts to go to work on the monster. Gut wrench, spinning powerbomb throw by Abyss. Kane, though, getting right back up to his feet. Is that like their answer to the black hole slam, maybe? I don't know. Kane drags Abyss away from the barbed wire. See the barbed wire bat in there, 2 kendo sticks and a sledgehammer. Kane wrenching in on Abyss. Both men trying to get each other into that barbed wire. Neither can succeed at this point. Both men still too fresh in this match. Abyss picks up a kendo stick. Tries to swing it at Kane. Kane gets out of the way. And into the barbed wire Abyss goes. Abyss the first, big surprise. Abyss the first one to go into the barbed wire. But Abyss relishes the taste of his own blood. Kane still definitely has the advantage at this point. But we all know that getting damage like that can throw Abyss into another gear. A higher gear. And we're seeing it right now. Abyss picking up Barbie. Or some variation thereof. And these two just start exchanging strikes. Back and forth. Blows to the face by Kane and Abyss. Both men going down. Abyss going back to that barbed wire mat. Bat tries to swing and misses. Overhead press by Abyss. Gorilla press slam. As he goes for the sledgehammer now. Buries that handle right into the gut of Kane. Kane shaking it off. Going for a camel clutch here on Abyss. Kane still not feeling the sting of that barbed wire. And the burning of the explosive orbs attached to it. Sure, we'll say orbs. Now Abyss going for a camel clutch on Kane here. Headbutt to the big red machine by the monster. And he's got a sledgehammer now, sort of. It's floating below his hand. Abyss going for a chokeslam here. Picks him high. Drops him down on that sledgehammer. As he twitches like a maniac. Tries to whip Kane into the barbed wire. Kane having none of it. Gut wrench suplex by the big red machine. Abyss with a stiff clothesline to Kane. Going back to his precious barbed wire bat. 7 minutes past in this match. The explosion will go off at 10 minutes. And it looks like we might be seeing that based on how fresh these two both are. Kane going into the barbed wire for the first time. Abyss sending him in. And now Abyss going into the barbed wire. Kane answering back immediately. Back suplex on Kane. On Abyss by Kane, I'm sorry. Sidewalk slam from Kane. Both men down, both men starting to breathe heavy, starting to feel the effects of this gruesome, brutal match. Choke slam by Abyss, number 2. Abyss hulking up here, going back to that barbed wire bat. Just twitching like a crazy man. Kane tries to send Abyss into that barbed wire one more time. We have 1 minute until the explosion. Before all hell breaks loose here. Back suplex by Kane on Abyss. Kane stomping at the guts. Picking him up, going for a tombstone piledriver, trying to put him away before the explosion here. 1, 2. Abyss kicks out at 2. Kane sending him to the barbed wire. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom! God! Explosion goes off. Both men back to their feet. The referee is dead. Argentine backbreaker to cutter there by Abyss. Reverse Death Valley driver. And Abyss. Both of these men seemingly unfazed by that explosion. Choke slam by Kane onto Abyss. Cover 1. The ref's bleeding. Oh, and Abyss kicks out. Just barely. I didn't know the refs could bleed in this. It's fun to know. That's hazard pay right there. I wouldn't take that job. Abyss dropping Kane, picking up the kendo stick. Still some glitchy shit going on here. Belly to belly suplex by Kane onto Abyss. Abyss dazed and stunned and confused, and into the barbed wire he goes. Kane trying to put Abyss away here, but Abyss answers back. Irish whip into the barbed wire of his own. And apparently, if you have a weapon in your hand, you can't pick people up. If you're the AI. Yep, that's fun. Abyss going for gut wrench twisting power bomb there. Oh God! Just a devastating overhand shot with that sledgehammer. Reverse Death Valley driver again by Abyss. Kane out on his feet. Abyss just hitting him with the handle. No friggin' idea why he did that. And Kane going behind. Back suplex here on the monster by the Big Red Machine. Kane picking Abyss up to his feet. Elbow to the chest, putting him down quick. Choke slam by the Big Red Machine. Going for the cover. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Kane in this brutal, exploding barbed wire death match gets the victory over the monster Abyss. Apparently the crowd not too happy with the match, though. I thought it was a good match. The explosion goes off. Both guys get up. Everybody's bleeding, including the ref. It's a good match. Very, very picky crowd. Jesus. I love the fake Dave Mustaine in this music. Yeah, that's funny. I thought that was a good little match. Yeah, everyone's a critic, I guess. Alright, what do we have next? What are we gonna do next? Let's do some gruesome fighting. Haven't done any gruesome fighting yet. We can do some gruesome fighting here. Let's just check the settings. 5-minute rounds, 3 5-minute rounds. Everything else looks good. And who are we gonna have? I don't like doing the wrestlers for gruesome fighting, because it's just basically a wrestling match. It's just one guy falls over sooner. We'll do John Jones. John Bones Jones taking on. Let's see what's a good matchup here. John Jones taking on Chuck Liddell. Two great light heavyweight competitors with two varying styles. Chuck Liddell, the quintessential striker. John Jones, a hybrid combatant for sure. Big John calls for the start of the match. And Chuck Liddell tries to work that striking early. Laying in the shots, belly to belly. Takedown by Chuck Liddell, gets the full mount. Starts throwing those punches. John Jones gets out. And these two just exchanging blows, going back and forth. Chuck Liddell really laying it in on John Jones. John Jones throwing a big kick there. Jones has got to get out of the way of these punches. Chuck Liddell starting things off strong here. But Jon Jones starting to answer back with some shots of his own. Jon Jones left and right. Chuck Liddell answering back. Overhand right by Chuck Liddell, one of his favorite moves. Beautiful takedown by Jon Jones as he tries for a neck crank submission there. Chuck Liddell reverses, gets on top, onto full mount, and starts pounding away at Jon Jones again. 2 minutes, 30 seconds, halfway through this first round. Jon Jones blocking, beautiful counter right hand by Jones. And he takes back mount and starts laying in strikes at Chuck Liddell. Chuck Liddell manages to escape. Chuck Liddell with a takedown, getting full mount once again. Chuck Liddell surprisingly getting a lot of advantage on the ground game here. Shots thrown by Jon Jones. Chuck Liddell answers back, and Jones goes down. Chuck Liddell goes for a rear naked choke. This could be it here. If Chuck Liddell submitted Jon Jones, that would be shocking to say the least, but Jon Jones gets out, gets full mount, starts throwing shots of his own. Chuck Liddell busted open now. Devastating straight left hand by Jon Jones. Chuck Liddell rocked but back to his feet. Dirty boxing here by Jon Jones, throwing those left-handed uppercuts as both men continue to just wildly slug at each other. 10 seconds left on the round. Jon Jones is trying to work that leg of Chuck Liddell. That's the end of round number 1. We get to round number 2 here. Jon Jones with an early advantage as he gets back mount again. Throwing those heavy shots to the back of Chuck Liddell's head. I'm not sure who won that first round. I'm not sure who's winning here, but Jon Jones now taking down Chuck Liddell, goes for the rear naked choke. Chuck Liddell escapes. Devastating straight left hand again. German suplex by Jon Jones. Holy cow. Chuck Liddell takedown on Jon Jones. Jon just throwing a flurry of strikes. Takes the back mount again. Chuck Liddell down in a lot of trouble. He's out. Big John McCarthy checking on. That's the end of the match. Jon Bones Jones the victor over the Iceman Chuck Liddell. Those two went at it like crazy for 6 minutes and 35 seconds. 1 minute 35 seconds of the second round. Jon Jones gets the victory by KO. That was fun. All right, I'm going to refill my mug of water here. Any other requests for match? Guys just joining, hello. Thank you for stopping by. If you want to see any matches, Flow Fry, Shot 316, whoever else might be here, feel free to enter them into the chat. I will be right back. All right, I am back. I think we're going to do a couple more matches. The stream we've been going for about an hour and a half at this point. So let's get another match in. We'll do a tag match here. We haven't done a traditional tag match at this point. Who do we want to have in this tag match? Let's go. We'll do Authors of Pain. The hell? Oh, it must be his Olympic attire. Akam. And Rezar. And this time I'm going to remember to give him a manager. Precious Paul Ellering. If I can find him. I know I got him. There he is. And they're going to take on the team of... Oh, I'm going to go against the New Day. That sounds good. Big E Langston. He's got his Big E attire cool. Too cool. I like that. Kofi Kingston. And at ringside, Xavier Woods. Oh, I like they got the afro in there. That's nice. All right. We're going to do this in NXT. The Monsters, the Authors of Pain. Coming out. They need to have tag teams come out together too. That's another thing they need to add. Because as of right now, tags don't come out together. Alright, I assume this is Akam. I'm going to screw this up. So I'm just going to stick with a guy. And I'm going to either be wrong all match or right all match. So Akam and Big E going at it right now. Big E, of course, former NXT champion. One of the few people in WWE who can compete with these monsters in terms of size and strength. And a huge asset for the New Day in a matchup like this. Akam with a nice judo throw on Big E. Tags in Rezar. Rezar whipping Big E into the corner. This is like a shell game with wrestlers. Like I just keep my eye on who's who. Rezar. Irish whip into the ropes. Tries for the back elbow, but Big E runs him over. Scoop slam by Big E. Test of strength. Rezar getting the better of it. Throwing a headbutt onto Big E. Another scoop slam by Rezar. Elbow drop to the leg. Cranking on it. Big E. Rib breaker on Rezar. Trying for a elevated single leg Boston Crab there. Power slam by Rezar onto Big E. Big E still not tagging out yet. Taking all the punishment in this match so far. But holding his own. Big E, arguably one of the most underrated wrestlers in WWE today, as these two start to exchange strikes. Back and forth they go. And Rezar gets the better of it, but that takes its toll on him as well. Chop by Big E. As he starts to work on the arm of Rezar. Boston Crab by Big E. Paul Ellering ordering Akam to stay in the corner. Has bigger plans. Another rib breaker on Rezar by Big E. Big E low blow there. New Day not afraid to bend the rules if it suits them every now and again. Oh, God! Rezar tried picking up Big E. Big E just poked him in the eyes and then low-blowed him and splashed. But Rezar kicking out at 1. Despite the bevy of dirty attacks, he's still getting to the corner. Big E now fighting them both off by himself. Big E has been on fire thus far in this match. Holy cow. Big E finally tagging out to Kofi Kingston as they double team Akam. Double clothesline in the corner. Magistral Cradle. Akam kicks out at 1. Irish whip into the turnbuckle by Akam. Another beautiful judo throw. Cranking on that headlock. And these two start to exchange strikes of their own. I don't imagine Kofi's going to come out the victor in this. And I'm correct. Akam starting to go to work on Kofi. Hooks the ropes. Headbutt on Kofi by Akam. Kofi struggling to get anything together here. Scoop slam on Kofi Kingston by Akam. Akam into the ropes. Diving crossbody. Beautiful show of athleticism by the big man. As he picks up Kofi Kingston. Gutbuster. Fireman's carry. Up to the top rope. Tries for a diving headbutt, but Kofi gets out of the way. Magistral Cradle. Referee calls for the rope break. Kofi Kingston reversing the suplex. Great show of strength there by Kofi. And now Kofi Kingston going to work on the arm of Akam. Akam reversing the Irish whip, but he is in New Day's territory. Raking the eyes across the top rope. Dirty play there by Akam. Kofi Kingston. Headlock. Cradle. Akam out at 1. He's going to have to do a lot more to put the big man down than that, that's for sure. Standing shooting star press by Kofi Kingston. Haven't seen that from him before. Akam whips Kofi in the ropes, tries his back elbow. Kofi manages to avoid it. Kofi once again going for the pinfall here. Akam again out at 1. 10 minutes have gone past. Standing headbutt by Akam. So he picks him up, tries for the powerbomb. Kofi Kingston, though, poking him in the eyes. And Akam trying to wear him down with those headbutts again. Short arm clothesline. Absolutely hammering Kofi Kingston. Beautiful spinning head scissors there by the veteran Kofi. Akam kicks out at 2. Kofi going for code red here. Akam in the ropes. Gets the break. Referee barely getting out of the way. Kofi whips Akam into the ropes and kicks him in the shin and then calls for a bow. Goes for the pin. Rezar breaks it up and knees him in the side of the face. Kofi still getting the advantage here. Kick to the side by Kofi. Goes for another cradle roll-up. 1, 2, 3. That's it! Kofi Kingston gets the win for the New Day over Akam. Hey, I was right. That was Akam. That's good. New Day still showing why they're one of the very best tag teams in WWE. Akam and Rezar may be the best that NXT has to offer, but they still have a way to go before they meet the skill of the New Day. Kofi Kingston using his technical acumen to get the edge here. All right. I think we'll do one last match. It seems like it's kind of been a quiet day here, so unless people start coming in or whatever, then maybe I'll extend it a little bit longer. But Friday afternoon, maybe everyone's still working. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. So, anybody has any requests, feel free to pop it in the chat. Oh, there you are, Matt. It's weird because sometimes with Twitch, it's just you can't see who's like watching or how many viewers you have, so it like bounces back and forth and whatnot. So, all right, well, we'll do another match. We'll see how invested everybody is, and then we'll play it by ear. Some point I have to set up a tournament or whatnot, but I just haven't decided how I want to do it at this point. How do you clear it out and have it be nobody? I guess we can do... Oh, that sticks around. No entry. There we go. Okay. All right. You want to see a barbed wire death match, Matt? Who do you want to see in the barbed wire death match? I'll be happy to accommodate you. That'd be a good singles match. All right, who are we gonna do in this barbed wire death match that has been requested? Well, that's old school Kane there. I didn't even see that costume when I picked him before. We're gonna have Masato Tanaka. Classic. I do have FMW here as well. Somewhere. There it is. The true hardcore legends here. Another Masato Tanaka. Mr. Ganosuke, one of my legit all-time favorite wrestlers. Atsushi Onita. Legend. Okay. Barbed wire death match. Matt Hardy versus Jeff Hardy versus Omega versus Abyss versus Kane versus RVD. This is going to be interesting. Can I do a 6-way winner take all? Do I have to do it as battle royale? Do I have to do it as a battle royale here? I think I have to do that as a battle royale, and I don't think I can have barbed wire then at that point. So I can certainly still do that match, but I don't think I could do it as a 6-man tag, but I don't believe I can do it as a 6-pack match. All right, normal elimination match. So that'll be a battle royale. So we're going to do the Hardys. Matt Hardy. I hope I have a Jeff Hardy in here. I have to have a Jeff Hardy. I don't even know like half of the people that I've downloaded. I may not have found a Jeff Hardy I liked yet at this point. I can't remember. I thought for sure I grabbed one, but I might not have. Edge. Matt Hardy. I'm surprised I didn't grab a Jeff. I thought for sure I grabbed a Jeff Hardy. Oh well, let's get the other guys at least. Here we go. Versus Kenny Omega. Alright, Bray Wyatt. I know I got a Bray. Bray Wyatt. Go the Independence to get Abyss. Get Kane. There we go. We'll do old school Kane attire. And Rob Van Dam is probably going to be under ECW. There it is. Rob Van Dam. That's good, because then the guys can go for the top rope moves and stuff like that anyways. Settings. Match rules. Single. Win condition 3 count. Unlimited time. Yeah, we'll say that. Over the top rope eliminated. Or unlimited. Let's go. No, we'll turn off DQ counts. Turn on rope breaks. Alright, let's do it. Pow! Six-way match here. Every man for himself. Abyss and Bray, and now Matt and Abyss. Or Matt and Bray. Kane and RVD going at it. Those guys have some history with each other. Kenny Omega without his Bullet Club brethren in this chaotic match all on his own. Abyss picking up RVD. Kenny trying to hook Bray for a dragon suplex, but way too early for that. Double powerbomb here. RVD and Kane working together. Drop toe hold by Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega and Matt Hardy going at it now. Just a series of dream pairings here. Abyss and Kane renewing their rivalry from that barbed wire match. Matt Hardy and Rob Van Dam. Now Bray and Matt teaming up together. A little bit of an unexpected alliance as they try and double team Rob Van Dam. Kenny Omega and Abyss starting to brawl. Omega getting the better of the big man so far. But Abyss might change that. Pile driver on Kenny Omega by Abyss. Rob Van Dam sending Matt Hardy into the corner. Finley roll by Kenny Omega onto Abyss. Kenny Omega going after the biggest dogs in the yard right now. Always has a chip on his shoulder. Always has something to prove. Abyss with a headbutt onto Kenny Omega. Matt Hardy following it up with an elbow drop. Abyss and Bray now going at it. Kane and RVD and Kenny Omega and Matt Hardy. Bray going for a pin here. And Abyss breaking it up. Bray into the ropes. Abyss with a chinlock on Kenny Omega. High angle German suplex by Kenny onto RVD. RVD using those educated feet to get away. Kane with a suplex to the outside. RVD goes down. Ref starting to count. RVD getting back in the ring. Abyss and Kenny Omega going at it now. Matt Hardy and Bray going at it because they both wore the same pants to the match. Broken Matt with the chop on Bray. Twisting neck breaker. Goes for the cover. 1. Bray kicking out at 1. Bray with the DDT on the Matt Hardy. Rob Van Dam backslide trying to get the pin here. Matt tangled up in the ropes. Matt Hardy battling it out with everybody right now. Bray and Kenny Omega. Bray with a Uranagi suplex onto Kenny Omega. And now RVD and Matt Hardy, both guys kicking out at 2.9. I'm not sure who was even being pinned. They might have both been pinned, but they both kicked out. Matt Hardy now with a single leg crab on RVD. Abyss now going at Matt Hardy. Every man for himself. Absolute chaos here. Sidewalk slam on Kenny Omega by Matt Hardy. Abyss and Bray Wyatt going at it now. Kenny and Abyss. Samoan driver by Kenny Omega. Belly to belly suplex on Abyss by Matt Hardy. Brain buster by Kenny Omega onto Bray. All the action. Neck breaker on on Kenny by Matt Hardy. Back suplex on Abyss by Kane. Everything is just happening all at once. Matt Hardy fending off 3 men at once. Using the power of the 7 deities to fight his way free. And we still have yet to have our first elimination so far. Kane trying to make Matt Hardy submit. RVD with a beautiful pile driver on Kenny Omega. Matt Hardy still busted open and bleeding profusely. Kane, you couldn't tell if he was anyways. Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt going at it once again. Overhead press. Matt Hardy gets the cover. 1, 2. Bray kicks out at 2. Referee starting the count out on Kenny. Rob Van Dam back in. Now Matt Hardy out. Referee continuing the count on Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy goes out at a count of 5. And everyone's still brawling it out here. Modified suplex. Fisherman suplex. Couple covers here. Kenny probably had Abyss for 3 easy there. Kenny set up for one winged angel on Matt Hardy. But Abyss breaking up the pin there. Gut wrench suplex. Twisting power bomb by Abyss. Matt Hardy setting up twist of fate on Kane. That could be it. Going for the pin here. 1, 2. Kane kicks out at 2 from the twist of fate. Bray rolling up Kenny Omega. 1, 2, 3. Kenny Omega has been eliminated first. I don't think anybody would have expected that. But Battle Royales are incredibly unpredictable, and we are down to 5. RVD, Abyss, Kane, Bray Wyatt, and Matt Hardy. Kane and RVD continuing to go at it. Bray and Matt Hardy continuing to go at it. Abyss trying to put away RVD there. Hardy rolling up Bray. 1, 2. Bray kicks out at 2. Matt Hardy nailing the twist of fate. Twist of fate on Abyss. Matt Hardy going for the twist of fate on RVD. Matt Hardy broken. Matt is on fire in this match. He is absolutely dominating right now. But RVD catches him with a Hurricane Rana roll up. 1, 2. Kane breaking it up at the last possible moment. Matt Hardy going up to the top rope. Moonsault onto Kane by Matt Hardy. You haven't seen him pull that out in a very long time. Kane and Abyss going at it. Diving elbow drop by Bray Wyatt. Matt Hardy with a neck breaker onto Abyss. RVD fighting off Bray and Matt at the same time. European uppercut onto RVD by Matt Hardy. Kane putting down Abyss. Irish whipping Bray Wyatt into the corner. Diving elbow drop by Matt Hardy. Referee saying he's in the ropes. RVD picking up Bray Wyatt. Matt Hardy upset he ruined his plans. Matt Hardy dumped to the outside by RVD as he goes at it with Bray Wyatt. suplex by Bray Wyatt onto Matt Hardy. The referee is too busy counting for Matt Hardy. Doesn't see to make the pin. Bray Wyatt might have gotten lucky there. RVD going up. Tries for the 5-star frog splash onto Matt, who was standing. Matt got out of the way. Atomic drop by Bray Wyatt onto RVD. Leg sweep by RVD. Onto Bray. Kane picking him up. Kane going out with Matt Hardy. Now Matt Hardy nailing a twist of fate onto Kane. And that could be it for the Big Red Machine. 1, 2. No, Kane kicks out at 2. From what I believe is a second twist of fate that he had suffered this evening. Matt Hardy going for the pin. RVD and the ropes. Vertical suplex by Kane onto Matt Hardy. Kane running against the ropes, but then running out of breath. Bray Wyatt going underneath the ring and grabbing a bat. Sister Abigail onto Kane by Bray Wyatt, going for the cover. Looks like Abyss submitted to Matt Hardy. Kane has been eliminated. Abyss and Kane in quick succession, both eliminated from this match. I thought RVD may have been eliminated too, but no, the fucking pins are just coming quick. Side effect by Matt Hardy onto RVD. And this could be, oh man, the finals. RVD leg drop onto Matt Hardy. 1, 2. Matt Hardy just barely kicking out. Matt going for a cover of his own. 1, 2, 3. RVD getting pinned by Matt Hardy. I believe Matt Hardy eliminated 4 of his 5 opponents. Kenny Omega eliminated early on by a roll-up. Abyss getting eliminated 19 minutes in, and then the eliminations just came flying along. Abyss eliminated, Kane eliminated, Bray Wyatt eliminated, and Rob Van Dam all eliminated in the space of roughly 1 minute. And Broken Matt Hardy wins this matchup, this Battle Royale. No shortage of action here. I think that is a good way to end the stream for the time being. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. If you haven't done so already, please be sure to follow me. These streams are going to come on kind of erratically, not at a regular time necessarily. I'm going to try and do some maybe tomorrow early afternoon or so. So if you follow me, then you will be notified as to when I am streaming. Also, I'm floating around on the Fire Pro Wrestling Reddit and on the Fire Pro Arena Discord channel, so feel free to pop onto either of those and say hello or let people know you're enjoying the stream. And that's going to do it for me. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the rest of your evening. I'll see you again soon. Take care.